News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, Nye County SWAT advances to active shooter training. Big Cat Encounter speaks out about the judge's decision. And CASA is getting ready for the annual luau. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, August 4th, 2015. I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46. Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office is being trained in advanced techniques and used the former 9th grade academy as the site for an active shooter scenario. We caught up with Nye County Sheriff Sharon Worley, NCSO staff, and training company called Agoji.
This is an active shooter scenario.
So you have a special trainer, this instructor. He's been working with our SWAT team for a little while, right?
Well, they've been working together off and on for the last 3 or 4 months.
And so what are we going to be seeing here?
Well, today we're going to be seeing a response to an active shooter call. We felt that that was important because of the way that the schools are these days and the fact that we've had a lot of active shooter calls throughout the United States. So we want to be prepared in case something happens here.
This training, I spoke to, I believe it's Sergeant McCrae now. He said that the training was actually no cost to us.
No, the training is no cost to us. We're trying to go into a partnership with Agoji. Those are the gentlemen that are doing the training. Mm-hmm. They're with IWI, which is a big manufacturer of weapons, and we're trying to use our relationship with them to grow our team.
The training's going well. They're professionals. They love what they do, and it's always nice when you do a collaboration like this and you're working with other professionals. It's really nice. Things go smoother. They have a background in this type of tactical training, being in law enforcement. They've done this training before. It might be something different because our tactics are more of an incorporation of Israeli military tactics and American military tactics, and that's why we're kind of not reinventing the wheel, but we're just giving them more tools for their toolbox. I know they've done training in the past, but if you watch a traditional SWAT entry for a hostage or a typical active shooter training that's been taught before, it was much slower, more methodical, where it's effective, but time matters in a situation like that. So the faster you can get to the threat and end that threat, the more lives you save. And that's what all our training is about. It's about speed and being aggressive and making entry and getting to the hostages and eliminating the threat as quickly as possible to save lives.
Robert Marigold was arraigned in court for the murder of his adopted mother, Alma. Alma was originally reported as his stepmother, according to her family, who has contacted KPVM-TV. Alma adopted 4 children at the ages of 6, 7, 8, and 9 years old. The 75-year-old woman was found inside her home closet wrapped up in garbage bags after being shot at least twice by her son, 59-year-old Robert. According to the police, Alma had been dead had been dead and decomposing for over 10 days. Bobby, as the family calls him, moved in with his parents about 5 years ago on Florida Street to help take care of their father, who passed away 2.5 years ago. Robert was under the care of the VA. He had what the family calls mental and health issues. The family says they are heartbroken dealing with the loss of 2 family members and are unhappy with the Veterans Administration and how they handled their brother's issues. Robert will return to court in early September for a preliminary hearing in the case. Well, the Board of County Commissioners discussed the Tonopah Airport at their last meeting.
Item number 33, this is a presentation, discussion, and deliberation of the analysis of the Brownsfield cleanup alternatives for the Tonopah Airport FBO building.
So the Tonopah Airport FBO building is located at the Tonopah Airport. It's owned and maintained by Nye County. The building is situated on 3/4 of an acre at the airport, and it houses the FBO building, the FAA support buildings and structures, a storage shed, and the land that's immediately adjacent to these buildings. During Phase 2 environmental site assessments that were conducted in May of last year, contamination was found that consisted of asbestos-containing building materials in the building, lead-based paint, and also total petroleum hydrocarbons were identified in the soil at the above-ground storage tank that is adjacent to the building. And then alternative 3, which is the method that has been chosen, will do a complete abatement of the asbestos in the building. It will contain the lead-based paint during demolition of the building. It has remediation of the petroleum impacted soils and the removal of the existing above-ground storage tank and its associated appurtenances. As part of the revolving loan fund, there is a 20% match for the funds to conduct the cleanup. That match is in part being met through tipping fees that are being waived for the disposal of the materials. Alternative 3 offers the highest level of long-term protection for the environment and public health at the site, and the estimated cost for that is around $115,000. That money is being funded through the RLF. It is a low-interest loan. It's 3% that will be paid back over 5 years.
Well, coming up, find out which comedian actress is supporting reform gun laws and why.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Welcome back to News 46. Well, comedian Amy Schumer teamed up with second cousin New York Democrat Senator Charles Schumer to further reform gun laws. Amy's support comes just over a week after John Russell Hauser opened fire inside a Lafayette movie theater during a showing of Schumer's movie Trainwreck. 2 people were killed and 9 others injured before Hauser took his own life. The actress was emotional during a news conference with Senator Schumer yesterday. Among the ideas discussed during the conference, a bill to reward states that submit records on felons, spousal abusers, and the mentally ill to the federal background checking system. The bill would also penalize states that failed to submit those records. In addition, Senator Schumer called for the Justice Department to survey states to find out which have the best standards for involuntary commitment to mental health facilities. They want to propose cuts to the mental health system taken off the table. Well, Judge Kim Wonker has given Carl and Kayla Mitchell until September 10th to remove the 11 big cats they have on their property located on the north end of town.
What she did was just pass it along a little further down the road. She's not so sure that we are in compliance or whether we're willfully defying her order to remove the tigers. She's got to understand and has to entertain the fact that we don't have $25,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 to build cages somewhere else to move the cats. This is not something that needs to be done when in reality Nye County can remove that piece of property from their planning district. If they remove it from their planning district because it fits in the master plan, there's no development, there'll be no development for 20 years, they should remove that property from their master plan, which would then eliminate any problems with Nye County because we're in compliance with Nye County Animal Control. And as some people have a problem with it, but the realities are we are under the NRS 574. It tells all about how to become a private shelter, police power, what happens if somebody does something to a policeman, and also about the acts and omissions. It says something like, you know, if you make a mistake, they can't hold you to it. The fact that Nye County is trying to make me get a license when in fact that I have permission from the state of Nevada to operate a state humane shelter flies in the face of fairness. But bigger than that is the federal laws are being violated because Nye County thinks that their little zoning department supersedes federal mandate about the protection of endangered species.
Well, Golden Gaming's $341 million merger with Minnesota-based Lakes Entertainment was finalized yesterday, creating a publicly traded casino, tavern, and slot machine route operation with business interested in Nevada and Maryland. The transaction, announced in January, turned family-owned Golden Casino into Golden Entertainment. The combined company is Nevada's largest slot machine route operator with more than 7,600 games in 670 locations. The company's tavern division has 48 locations under 5 brands. Golden Casino owns 3 casinos in Pahrump. Golden Entertainment has 2,100 employees in Nevada and will be headquartered in Las Vegas. Golden Entertainment also announced the closing of a $160 million credit agreement, which includes a $120 million loan that was fully drawn at closing and a $40 million revolving credit line, of which $25 million was drawn at closing. Golden Entertainment has $145 million of long-term debt. And we have an update from Symphony Animal Foundation after these messages.